Hi again. This video is for college coaches who are using Matchmaker this year, and this video is about prepping your roster for the coming season. So I've logged into the sample account here, and as you can see, there's a few guys left on my roster from last season. So what I've got to do first is just take care of the guys that are on here. Then I'll add in the new guys for this coming season. So what I've got to do is change the grade right here and the years wrestled for each of these wrestlers so that they're on this year's roster. So Joe Blow, all I would do is click the edit button here, change Joe to a senior this year, and I'm going to add one more season to years wrestled. So all I do is put a comma and then 2014-2015 for years wrestled. Now this is a super important step. If you don't have the years wrestled in the correct places for each kid, he will not appear on your roster when you try to choose wrestlers in the app itself. So make sure that every kid that is wrestling for you this year has 2014-2015 tacked on to his years wrestled. And then I just click over here, scrolling to the right. You can see the red type there that tells you that the table's too wide for the screen, and it probably won't fit on your computer screen. So just plan on scrolling to the right here. Hit save. So Joe is ready for this coming season. Now I'll just do the same thing to the rest of the wrestlers. James now is a sophomore. And so again, I'm going to add comma 2014-2015 for this coming season to him. If you want to change the weight, you certainly can. That really doesn't matter. You can change that at any time, and obviously with wrestle-offs and stuff coming up, you might not know. So you can leave the weight class unchanged. So I'm just going to finish the rest of these here, and then we'll talk about what to do with those kids that have graduated when we get to one that was a senior last year. All right, now to speed things up, I'm going to copy this little chunk of text here, the comma in the 2014-2015, to make things a little bit faster. So I'm going to change Adam to a sophomore here. I'll tack on by pasting, and it makes things a little bit quicker. Let's see. John now is a senior, and so on and so forth. Now, in the interest of time here, I'm just going to skip down to our first senior here, which is Andrew Perry. And as you can see, he was a senior last year. He is now graduated. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to change his grade, or I'm not going to change years wrestled or anything like that. But now he should be going to our former wrestlers roster, because we don't want him on this year's active roster. So click edit, and then go over here to where it says status, and change his status to former. That makes him now an alumnus, and he won't appear on this year's roster, but his data and everything will stay intact inside the system. So when you go back in Matchmaker and look at previous years and stuff, he'll still be in the system. So now you can see on the current wrestler roster here, Andrew Perry is no longer there. He has actually been moved to the former wrestlers in here. So you can see right here, here's Andrew's stuff. I'm going to go back to our current wrestlers and finish up. I have another senior down here, John Smith. So again, click edit and change his status to former. And now John will also be added to our former wrestlers roster rather than our current active roster. So here you can see in the former wrestlers, both Andrew and John Smith have been moved to the alumni page, so to speak. Now go back to current wrestlers, and let's say I've got everybody entered, and I've changed their years wrestled. Now, as you can see, these four need to be done yet, but in the interest of time, I'll do those at a later date when you don't need to watch that. So I need to add a new wrestler. So all I'm going to do is click this green button that says Add New, and as you can see, it puts a new row on the table. And what I'm going to do is just enter, last name, etc. Boy, let's say this guy's name is Anderson, and his first name is John, and he's a freshman, and he's going to be wrestling 134. Email, you can leave blank. That's actually going to get filled in when the kids make their wrestler account, so that they can log in and watch their own video. You'll notice that for new entries here, it's already put in the year 2014, 2015 for you, so you don't need to add that in. And then just click Save, and John Anderson now has been added to the roster. Now, for colleges, there is one more important thing you have to add to your roster for this year. Colleges have the ability to use our Scout package. And so in order to use the Scout package, you have to put in one wrestler on your roster called Scout Wrestler. So when you're ready, click Add New, like so. Change his status to C Squad. His last name is Wrestler. His first name is Scout. His grade, it doesn't matter. You can put anything you want there. Weight doesn't matter. Email doesn't matter. Years wrestled, again, make sure that 2014, 2015 is in there. And then click Save over here. The reason this is important is that when you are scouting somebody else, what you're going to do is you're going to fill in one wrestler with the name of the wrestler you're scouting, and then you need to fill in your wrestler as the Scout Wrestler in the app. So again, make sure you've got Scout Wrestler as one of the guys on your current roster. That is very important for when you're doing scouting in the college ranks. Otherwise, everything hopefully is clear to you. Just fill in your roster, move guys to former, and add in your new current wrestlers, and you're good to go. Thanks for watching.